Greetings and salutations. Unfortunately for you, I'm back. I figure I'd give people an update because some of the news has gone out. I have cyclo the cyclo spore sporias cyclosporidium is what it's called. It's not the same as what's in the news, but it is related, and I have E. coli. So that was a double whammy. So letting everybody know, as of right now, I'm okay. Um, I do feel that there is a little bit of improvement. Um, it's been very hard. Uh, First and foremost, before I go any further, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to kind of consider as TMI, and I'm going to do my best not to be as crass about it as possible and use the mature vernacular involved with it. So, but I've had it, and it's been likely a week. The week started last week after church. I thought I just had a stomach flu, stomach bug. Had to call in to work on Tuesday because I was bad. Went back to work on Wednesday. Worked Thursday, and then Friday, my boss had to come out and pick me up on my route because I couldn't. I had no energy. I went to the ER whenever he picked me up. I was there for about 5 hours. Um, had the stool sample, blood sample, all this, that, and everything else. What makes this really rough is the fact that it's E. coli on top of this. For those of you not, as for those of you that don't know anything about this cyclosporiasis or sporadium, cyclosporidium, uh, and the related uh, parasite that is also in the news. Um, it is fought with antibiotics. Well, I was also diagnosed with also having E. coli, which you are generally speaking, unless advised by a doctor, of which in this case I was, generally speaking, you're not supposed to take antibiotics when you have E. coli because it can release toxins into your body and exacerbate it. Because E. coli is one of those things you just kind of have to tough it out. Uh, but in the meantime, they gave me a 3-day supply of antibiotics to help get me through the weekend. I'm going to check back in with them. I've had people ask me what the symptoms were like. I did have a fever at the beginning of the week. I didn't really have one yesterday, although I might have had a low grade one. Like I said, I went back to work on Wednesday and Thursday, so I feel like that was a relapse, which is apparently a symptom. Like you feel okay, and then then you relapse. We've been buying whatever has electrolytes um, at the stores, whatever we could. My wife went out and did the grocery shopping, and it's been hard to stay hydrated. Uh, of course, the symptom everybody talks about is the diarrhea, and the uh, descriptor of explosive. Uh, Explosive is a pretty good descriptor of it. Um, it's pretty violent. You feel drained. Um, After the first couple days, it took a while, mostly because I still had food in my stomach. Every other day has been different because I've been eating lighter meals. Therefore, trips to the bathroom don't take that long. Um, it's very inconvenient when you're trying to go to bed at night because it just won't let you sleep. Um, Although the brat diet has helped in terms of not making those trips as urgent. Um, that being said, rice, bananas, applesauce. Today I tried a couple of boiled eggs to see if I couldn't get some protein back in. Jury's still out on that. I don't feel any worse. I actually feel a little better now that I got some protein in my belly. Cause I'm a man. Okay, like I have a very high protein diet. Believe it or not. Um, that being said, we have meals that are very balanced because I've always loved greens ever since I was a kid, and this is where I suspect I've gotten this. Um, because I have a lot of, I mean, our meals are big old plates of meat with plenty of roughage and salad and stuff like that. Because I love a filling meal with some dishes. Like I'm a very meat and taters heavy guy. Um, I love cabbage, and I do like salads. I love salads actually. Um, they're not very filling, but they're help to round out the corners. Um, so, um, this is not medical advice. I'm saying that right now, if you suspect you've been exposed, you should go to the doctor. Um, you should go to the doctor and get it checked out because this is not fun. Because I started suspecting something was up when this was not acting like a normal stomach flu. Um, so it's not been a very fun ordeal. My arms are so sore from being poked with IVs and getting blood drawn and all that. Like I feel like somebody's been punching the inside of my elbows for the last 3 or 4 days. I'm very sore. I'm laying down. Fever stays pretty low grade. Um, just trying to relax. Not contagious. Um, the only way that it's contagious is with fecal matter. So I make sure that whenever I'm done, like I clean the seat, or if I feel like I'm too weak, I'll and I hate to ask my wife, but it's not like I'm leaving a mess, but it never hurts just in case, because it's the microscopic things you don't see, right? And I'll text my wife, be like, I'll wash my hands. I'll text my wife, hey, can you please come in here and like rub some Lysol on the seat or something real quick? That way, the nobody else gets it, and then she'll put on some gloves and she'll go do that. But she hasn't had to do that very much. I try to clean up after myself as best I can, because I'm not so as weak today as I was yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Today I feel a bit better. Tomorrow's a new day. Hoping tomorrow I feel much better. We'll see. That being said, it's not great. I don't like feel like I'm starving to death all the time. Like I said, I haven't had a proper meal in over a week. Um, when this started, um, the I have to eat very small portions. Um, I've lost quite a bit of weight. Like 20 pounds. Um, the some people, I mean, it's a joke on TikTok about the whole like some girls found out that it makes you lose 20 pounds, so they start shoving in lettuce. It's funny. It's a funny joke. Ha ha ha. But please don't take that seriously. I implore you. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. Um, so just wash your hands, cook all your produce thoroughly. Um, my wife does. So that's what confuses me. Unless it's like unless she picked up a batch of lettuce that was so super tainted that it just wasn't like washing it wouldn't have helped. I don't know. But we also don't cook lettuce that much, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start. Um, because it's to clear up some misconceptions. It's not just Taco Bell, because the first thing they asked me, and what I told them is I do like Taco Bell, but I haven't had Taco Bell. Taco Bell's been recent enough for me to remember, but I couldn't tell you if it was 2 or 4 weeks ago. Um, so we got I mean that was enough for them to be concerned, and we'll buy bagged lettuce occasionally for my wife's convenience if she doesn't feel like, and that's fine. Um, but apparently it's also been showing up in heads of lettuce, so it's just kind of one of those things where like just cook your produce, folks. Whatever you need to do and clean it really good. Just look at, because again, I'm no culinary expert and I'm no medical expert. Look it up, ask around from people that know. But that's generally how this stuff is spreading, is contaminated produce. All right. Um, so kids outside. So as always, guys, take care. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the other side.